Uncertainty and risk. We tend to use the words interchangeably, but they mean something different. Let's talk about it next. Hey, this is Mel Stubbs. I'm a financial planner here at Christy Capital Management. We want to bring you good content as it pertains to your retirement so that you can plan better for retirement. So today we're talking about uncertainty and risk. So let's define risk. Risk is when you know the parameters of the potential outcome, you just don't know which one's going to happen. Whereas uncertainty is when you have no clue what's going to happen. Sometimes there are things out there that retirees don't understand. They have no idea of the uncertainty that could happen. But working with a financial planner that does understand these things can help give you some confidence. Once the uncertainty can be named as a risk, we can now work on ways of alleviating that risk. I've heard someone say that the definition of risk is uncertainty that matters. So then the next question is, well, what matters? Well, that depends on your objectives. All risks are uncertain, but only some risk matters. So risk is something that you can predict a percentage of how it may happen. Uncertainty is just totally unpredictable. Now, some of the risks that matters as far as your retirement planning is stock market risk, inflation risk, longevity risk, mortality risk, interest rate risk, tax rate risk. Some would argue there's such thing called as election risk. Different decisions that you make with your retirement planning can either increase this risk or decrease this risk. Longevity risk is the risk of running out of money. You just live so long that you run out of money. And that causes some people to want to turn on an income for the rest of your life. That's called an income annuity. Now let's just say, for example, that you get $1,000 a month forever. Well, 20 years from now, when you get that $1,000 a month, it's not going to spend the same as the $1,000 a month today. Though the decision helped you alleviate longevity risk, it's now put you up against inflation risk. There are unintended consequences with each decision that you make. And what's helpful about working with a good financial planner is that they can help you see the intended consequences and the unintended consequences of each of your decisions. Being overly conservative helps you with stock market risk, but the unintended consequences are inflation risk and longevity risk. You might outlive your money because you didn't have it invested aggressively enough to keep up with inflation. One of the values of working with a good financial planner is that someone is there to help think through these decisions. How are you making your investment direction decisions in the TSP right now? How are you going about doing that? How are you determining the proper mix of investments inside your TSP? Are you comfortable doing that? Have you thought about the downsides if you don't do it well? Would you want to help with this? If so, then we'd love to help you. Hopefully this has helped you think through the difference between uncertainty and risk. If you need somebody to come alongside of you, help you figure out your financial planning, your retirement planning, then please reach out to Christy Capital Management. Go to our website, give us a call on the number below. I'd love to personally talk with you about your situation. Until next time, I'm Mel Stubbs. Happy planning. We need to do the proper disclaimers. The purpose of this video is not to give specific tax advice or investment advice. We're going over general principles and ideas that can be used, and if used correctly, can save and avoid taxes. You're going to want to work with someone personally who knows your situation personally. So seek out advice from an independent financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. I hope you enjoyed the video.